water, styro, PVC, spark. My grandmother used to tell me stories about the old days, time of peace, when the Avatar kept balance between the Water Tribe, Styro Kingdom, PVC Nation, Spark Nomads. But that all changed when the PVC Nation became greedy. They wanted to control the other physics elements by themselves. They gained control over the physics world and implemented that there can be no bending done without the use of PVC. The only hope the other nations have is the Avatar. Only he mastered all four elements. But when the world needed him the most, he vanished. 1,000 years later, the PVC Nation continued to control the world, and 3 students who knew the truth about the Avatar decided to break the PVC Nation's greed. They journeyed to find the lost Avatar. And their journey begins now. The PVC Nation is too much. We have to overcome them.
How are we going to overcome them when there's only 3 of us?
We must find the Avatar. The Avatar who can master all the bending powers.
The Avatar doesn't exist.
He exists! And besides, if he doesn't come, we have our powers and we can use it to defeat the PVC Nation. If we help each other, we can do this.
How are we even sure you have powers?
You don't believe me? I'll show you I have powers. Maybe you are the ones who doesn't have powers.
No powers? I'll show you. Watch and learn.
You there, what are your powers?
I am a static bender.
Show me.
Now it's your turn.
This is what the Styro Nation has to offer.
Who goes there? I am the soul of the Water Tribe.
Is that so?
Yes.
Give us proof.
Follow me. This requires utmost concentration. And even up until now, the Avatar was not yet found. They say that when it's full moon, you can hear the cry of the loner Avatar.
What?
Yes!
You mean to tell me back then they had superpowers?
Yes, they have incredible bending powers. You can bend styro, the electricity, the water. It's great!
And you tell me that they use PVC to bend?
Yes!
is a PVC? Isn't that great? How else would you?
Such a lie.
How
That's
else
not
would you
true.
explain it? It's not a lie. That's easy. It's electrostatic phenomenon. What? What do you call it? What? I don't hear you.
Electrostatic phenomenon.
What is that? I don't know that.
This is the world of physics, man.
You cannot make water repel. You can only attract them. This is because of polarization. A typical water molecule looks like this, with 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. The hydrogen part has a positive charge, while the oxygen part has the negative charge. In a stream of water like this, many water molecules are flowing downward, following its positive-negative position. Now when the PVC, which has a negative charge, approach the water, the positive charge of each water molecule tend to attract to the PVC, therefore making the water bend towards the direction of the PVC.
In its neutral state, you can notice that the 2 styroballs are hanging side by side on separate copper wires. A silk handkerchief is then rubbed up and down one end of the PVC pipe. This rubbing motion generates several negative charges at that end of the pipe. As that end approaches the tip of the copper wires, the negative charges from the pipe flow down to the styroballs, making both of them negatively charged. In electromagnetism, it states that like charges will repel, so you can then notice that the 2 styroballs separate a certain distance. As the hand touches the tip of the copper wires, the distance between both of the wires goes back to normal. Think of it this way. The human body is considered to be a reservoir of charges where the excess charges could flow. So when a person touches the tip of the copper wires, all the excess negative charges from the styroballs flow towards the human body, allowing them to return to its neutral state.
The capacitor is made up of a film canister wrapped in aluminum foil and copper wire inside and out. In a neutral state, if you put the wires sticking out of the canister together, nothing would happen. However, putting a negatively charged pipe near one end of the wires change everything. The negative charges of the PVC pipe attracts the positive charges of the wire, repelling the negative ones. The negative charges then flow towards the inner aluminum foil, giving it a negative charge. The change in the charges in the inner foil affects the charges of the outer foil, attracting the positive particles and repelling the negative particles. These negative particles flow towards the outer wire, making it negatively charged. Since the wires sticking out of the canister now have a positive and a negative charge, when we put them together, a reaction occurs, and that's when we see a spark.